Hi, this is Ed, and I'm here in San Diego. And today is May 11, and here in San Diego it's 8:01 a.m. But in Germany, our very special guest, Cornelia Epping, uh, who is an expert in immigration issues, Moves is the name of the company. Welcome, Cornelia.
Hi, Edwin. Thank you for the invitation. I'm happy to be here.
Well, this fits in perfectly with our drive. We've been doing this a long time, but I'm re-energized recently using the this medium, global TV talk show, through a YouTube channel, which, by the way, is free registration, free subscription for everybody. And I'm going around the world trying to find people in every country where there's a business that does business or wants to do business internationally to come and join us in what I call the global meeting room, this. And for the purpose of a PR, of course, and at no charge at all, I'm funding this because I want to
Okay.
do it and I want to introduce people. And hopefully that will lead to a contract for public relations services, advertising, and whatever. But first things first, we have to try it, see if it's a good fit, and if it makes sense for communications purposes across time and space, across borders and cultures. And this is your specialty. What really intrigued me the other day was seeing your LinkedIn, and I copied it and saved the whole thing. And then I said, well, I'm just going to reach out and do the intro and say, hey, come talk about this exact same topic
Yeah.
for the world at large. Now, let me tell you a little bit about us. I started public relations company 50 years ago, and I'm still doing the same thing. But now, particularly since COVID crashed into my live conference business in late February, March 1, 2020, that's the day I decided to learn how to do Zoom and not be afraid of the little green light here and to make it work as a communications vehicle, and just not for me, but for anybody who comes on. And so I offer what I call best practice media prep, which means agreeable, pre-agreed topics for comfort and convenience, as well as, and here's the kicker, mutual benefit media prep. So my guest is media prepped about lighting, content, voice, pacing, using slides, that kind of thing. And me too. And so I call it by knowing all these talking points in advance, I can plan, you can plan, and it's a win-win, and it's beautiful. So since then, we've produced more than 1,100 programs, and they're all available free on the YouTube channel. YouTube channel is youtube.com/ at Global TV Talk Show. And as you can see, that's the logo. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cornelia, what you're doing is tied in with a new German government approach to attract talent to come into Germany. And it has to be done right, of course. It has to be done legally, 100% compliance. And you have figured out a program, and that's what caught my eye. Tell us about your program and how it fits into the national business scene today and tomorrow in Germany.
And so I am German, living abroad. I'm living in Austria, in Vienna, the beautiful, most beautiful city of the world, with the best food, best wines. And as I am an international myself, and I had to learn how to regrow, refit in a different environment than I grew up in. It was my idea to provide this to all those people who move abroad for a job, for contracts, many of them also for private purposes, and to provide everything to them so that it happens smooth but fast. And that both parties, the employee as well as the employer, has the shortest time to wait to start working again. Many tiny details take place while applying for a work and residence permit, especially when it comes to third nationals. It is always the same. Just today I had a talk. Which category of permit will be the right one to provide me the right to start working, to settle down, and in the shortest period of time? There are so many different categories. Honestly speaking, the German immigration law is quite similar, difficult, like the American immigration law when it comes to skilled worker permits. There are so many different categories, so many different frame conditions. You have to have them all in mind and to find the right path through this jungle. And at the same time, companies ask, how long does it take? How much does it cost? What comes along with that? What are my duties? What are my rights? What are my tasks? And we have the right catalog at hand to provide it to them. They can read it through while we in the background do the work, the hard stuff. We collect documents, we verify documents, we submit files to the authority. We are the communication point of contact all the time. All the parties involved first contact us and we coordinate everything.
So that builds the trust.
Yes, yes. Whenever they turn to us and they ask, hey, something doesn't work, can you help us? Just today, asking for an ICT permit for Germany, intra-corporate transfer, means both parties involved, both companies, sending and receiving company, have to be related to each other legally. That's an ICT permit. And they just started the application process with a different category of permit. Now 4 employees are sitting in Germany on a visa D, short-term visa, in this case, only 30 days, not allowed to start working, not being registered legally to the involved authorities, and nobody knows how to proceed. Do they have to return home? Can they stay while we apply for change of purpose and all this stuff? Collecting again documents, the right one because the first one was wrong, and clear the path is one of our major tasks in our company.
So the government is trusting you, and the company is trusting you, and the employee is trusting you, and that is a lot of responsibility, of course. But I can see that it's a pride thing, and also you can do it. You know what to do, and you have that follow-through capability. And I could see you clearly enunciated and trusted.
Yeah. And it's also, on one hand, I studied this stuff, like my team. We have the 20 years of experience in this. Of course, companies contact us and ask, hey, could you please give us a kind of line up what takes place, what happens when, which documents do we need, how much is it about, what do we have to pay? Most people who ask us for service and support totally overestimate the cost. The costs are really overseeable, but the process itself, many people think it takes months to get to Germany. No, an American citizen asking for a job in Germany now needs a work permit. If he has a university degree, a diploma at hand, it takes just 3 weeks to move to Europe. That's it with us. Then the
Wow.
bigger stuff happens, finding an apartment, doing rent contract, registration for health insurance, etc. So many tiny things.
Now, is it the same in Vienna as in
Yes,
Germany?
quite similar. A little bit
Uh-huh.
more straight in the procedures, more, in my opinion, I'm comparing European 27 member states, and the most fastest procedure is in Netherlands and in Austria. And in Austria, you just have the red, white, red scheme. It's about skilled worker immigration. And then there is this European permit. You start collecting eligibility time in one country, blue card Europe, blue card EU. And then you can faster settle for good after 5 years when you collect years in different European countries on a blue card. It's
Oh, yes, go
needs
ahead.
more explanation, but it's the easiest way to settle down in Europe, in any European country. Um, of course, different categories, different permits, different documentation, but not that rocket science regarding documentation. It's more about which step you put when. That's the more important stuff. All
So
these
yes, go ahead.
all these nationalities, like American citizens, are allowed to travel the world. Nearly all countries in the world, they can travel without an entry visa. So an American citizen, we often move Americans, come to Austria or come to Germany, meet us, hands over the documents, and we submit the application from within the country. They do not have to leave. They do not have to apply for a different visa. Just apply for the permit. While waiting for it, you stay in the country for up to 90 days. And it takes not that long.
So that's perfect. So I was reading with great interest on your LinkedIn the story about a German manufacturing company had purchased parts, complicated thing from China,
Yes.
and so what was necessitated was training by the Chinese to come into Germany and be
To
the
be
go,
trained.
yeah, being trained, okay, and then training German people how to do it, and
Yeah.
that this requires you had a long list of documents and procedures, and all of it seems very logical to me.
Mm-hmm.
When and it just takes time to get it all and do it all.
To collect the documents, yes. Like, for example, there's a list of countries that has to notarize their documents, their personal documents, like marriage certificate, diploma, etc. You can either go to a notary, or if that country is member of the Hague Treaty, then you have to apostille it. That's a different procedure. And China is a country that needs to apostille all documents. Americans do not need that. Especially in that case when one international company receives the order or has a contract for a project in Europe, in this case in Germany, and they want to send their workers to execute that order in Germany from abroad. The story that I told yesterday was about Chinese workers. It works with all third national companies. They have to apply for a certain permit that allows them to stay in the country and to execute work in this country. And that's the permit ICT, either ICT when the companies are legally connected, or it's a deployment permit when one company sells something to the other company, a B2B project. Then some of the documentation and the procedure is in tiny aspects, it's a little bit different.
Now, this has to do, I'm going to have to be very obvious here for the distribution of this program subsequent to today will be in many countries. What I'm saying is that this is only, or is it only pertaining to, for instance, me moving to relocating into the country of Germany or Austria? It had nothing to do with remote. Like I'm
No,
here
nothing.
in
No.
California and I'm basically remotely working with you in Austria.
Right.
There's nothing to do with,
Nothing. No,
there's
it's
no
totally
tax,
different.
no legal, and
In that,
it's
no, no,
okay
no,
for
no.
you and me to have this conversation.
For example, yes, for example, you see many people. I don't know if you ever heard about it's the remote workers permit.
No,
Like
it sounds
it's
like what I'm talking about though, but I
yeah,
had
it's
no
quite
idea.
similar. Yes, it's quite similar. Imagine there is a person. Mostly, they come from the informatics part, like the programmers. Programmers just need their laptop and can go to any country in the world and do their job for a company that sits on the other side of the globe. For example, a German programmer works for an American company and is maybe for holidays in Vietnam. Does he need a work permit in that country? No, he just needs a visa to stay there for a certain period of time, and that's it. But where does he pay his taxes? Where does he have his health insurance, for example? It's something very European with the health insurance and social security, it's very European. And that's totally different to assigning people to Europe from a third national country, or to hire people from abroad to a European country. In that case, you move physically to that country, you settle down, you take residence, and you have a work and residence permit, and you need it as a third national.
Yeah,
It's the same
great.
around when I try to come to the US and I would like to work with you in California. I can stay 90 days without a visa, without a work permit. I can have business talks with you, but I'm not allowed to work with you. For that, I would need a work permit.
And work with me even remotely?
Remote is no problem,
No
because that
problem. Yeah.
I'm here in my home base and you're in your home base and we are talking virtually. And if I'm working with you, let's say I'm doing any service for you, that's a digital service, can be sent via email, can be done via Zoom or Teams call, then I invoice you or you invoice me, and it's a cross-border invoicing. Both of us pay our taxes in our home countries.
Okay, so let me defer to your judgment here because your time is really precious, the end of your day. So tell me how you got into this business, something about your background.
My background.
Yeah, what led you to get
To
into
do this, it
yeah.
was a very special situation 20 years ago. Um, as you mostly say, I was between two jobs, and it was very difficult for a woman in my age in this country, in this city, to find a new job that really suited me. And I always liked to help people. I always liked to be active internationally. I grew up internationally. My father had an international company, and I grew up with him in several European countries. So I always was keen to listen to people from all over the world. And I like to help, to support. I like networking very much. And one evening, my daughter-in-law at that time called me and told me, Connie, go online, go on TV. There is a channel and they present a woman. She's exactly doing what you are looking for. It was a relocation lady from Bremen, northern Germany. And I watched that documentation and I immediately thought, that's what I will do. That's what I need to do. And I founded my business, Moves Consulting, and it took a few months, let's say 1 year, and it started. And even through COVID pandemic, everybody complained, everybody was sad, business was down, everybody was shocked, except me. I was deeply relaxed. I just shared one email with my company clients. Hey, I got good news for you. All skilled workers who want to move to Europe are allowed to enter, are allowed to relocate. We can proceed as usual. And my company grew.
That's a wonderful story. Thank you for sharing that. And tell people how they can reach you. Cornelia is prominent on LinkedIn, very extensive information there, easy to read. Um, and the website is what? Moves?
Consulting.com.
Okay, say that one more time.
It's moves-consulting.com.
Okay. So minus means
Minus dash.
a dash, right? Okay,
Dash,
good.
yes.
Got it. Okay, great. Oh, my headphones are falling out. Okay. Well, so I thank you very much for your time. Is there anything else you would like to disclose or welcome the audience out there to reach
Yes.
out?
Yes. If you're interested in just an information session, write an email. We arrange an appointment online. You can reach me at any time by email. Contact me. Um, we not only move people for companies, we also move private people, private persons. We help you reach your goal if you want to migrate to Europe. Choose your country, choose your goal, and discuss with us.
That's great. Okay, and I thank you so much for being my guest today. I'll get you this program later in my day today, and then you'll get the audio and the video and whatever text notes legible.
Yes.
Sometimes AI doesn't know what they're doing, but most of the time, this text notes that
Yeah,
allow people to learn more because people learn differently. What I've learned is not to be afraid of Zoom and not to be afraid of the note taking because if you're media prepped and mentally prepared, it's an excellent way to communicate and very,
absolutely.
very safe
Yes,
and
yes,
extremely productive. I have come to find out and enjoy. And that's what's enabled our uh, mega success, particularly in the past year or two.
yes.
Uh, so thank you, and I welcome you to come back and perhaps join uh, a small group discussion. Um,
That would be great.
and if you have a client or a friend or some other business partner that you would like to have join us, there's no registration fees. We get paid through advertising and memberships, consulting fees.
I have a fantastic idea.
What's
I
that?
will introduce to you Anthony. Anthony is a company partner, a business partner of us, and we will have a talk with us as three team. Or maybe you find somebody else and we make a team, a table to discuss topics.
That's really nice. Yes, I have lots of people who would love to meet you.
Yes,
I'm
yes, yes.
sure. Okay, well,
Next topic might be employer of records. It's an increasing vehicle to bring
I'm
people to
old-fashioned. I'm going to
work.
write it down here. Employer of record. Okay, great.
Yes, yes.
Now, do you do your own work or do you partner with an established company in that?
We partner. At
Yeah,
Moves Consulting, we focus on immigration. That's our
specific.
core
Yeah,
competence. There is where we feel competent. And for anything else, we have brilliant partners.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Cornelia. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for this invitation. Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
day.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to eat breakfast.
Enjoy.
And you're going to happy hour. I know.
Yes,
I
that's
know.
correct.
It's the magic of time and space collapsing and converging.
Isn't it great? I love it.
Yeah, it's so easy. My gosh.
Yeah, Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, this
Bye.
is Ed signing off from San Diego, and Cornelia is in Vienna. I've never been in that opera house. I would love to do that
You
someday.
missed it. It's so beautiful there.
Yeah. I
Oh,
once put
and
on a
the song
meeting.
contest.
Yeah, I once put
Yeah.
on a live meeting. This is about 20 years ago, in at the Marriott on the Ring
Mm-hmm.
Road.
Yes,
And there was part of a casino or something, if I remember
it
right.
is. It is. Yes.
Yeah, but I never, and I walked in front of the opera house, but I didn't go in.
You missed something important. It's so beautiful.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
I've watched
But no,
the TV show, the New Year's celebration.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Thank you.